Welcome everyone. Today we will be reading for your Thursday, March 20th, As Above, So Below. Reading. So I decided to cook dried beans today, as well as dried chickpeas. And normally I buy them in the can. That's just how my parents did it growing up. Funny enough, I'm making both sides. I'm half Arab and I'm half Hispanic. So growing up, we would, make a lot of hummus, but also a lot of black beans, frijoles. So I buy black beans, I buy dried black beans and dried garbanzo beans, and they are just taking so much longer to cook than anticipated. I did let them soak overnight, but anywho, and the reason I bring that up is because I think it looks like my nails have kind of almost stained a little bit from the black beans because the water, it's actually very beautiful. It's almost like a greenish, purplish, bluish, it's just the color coming off of the bean. But so anyway, so that's so they're actually cooking right now. They're still there. So I'm just gonna give them time. And I had a really cool experience. I attended a live tarot reading, today, and this was with Jade the Emperor. And I happened to just discover his channel not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 or 3. It's pretty recent, and it seems like this might have been his first live ? That or he hadn't done them in a while, but either way. So it was a very, very cool experience, and I tossed a question into the chat, which he was very kind enough to answer. I mean, really, he was just kind enough to go through and answer everyone's questions. So, but yeah, it was really nice. So, I just asked about the path that I'm on currently, if there's anything I need to know, and it was so spot on, man. Like, the universe it's gonna seem at first like, I'm failing, or like things aren't picking up, or however you want to look at it. But dang, he got a little curious with it. He's like, yeah, but why? And so anyway, toward the end, I had the sun. Unfortunately, I can't remember the other 2 cards because it was an unfamiliar deck and unfamiliar imagery to me. I also screen recorded just so I can go back and really listen to it again, because at the time I was actually in the middle of cooking, and my cat was also crying. So, but it was awesome, and I already know it. Like, I already know it's going to be successful. It's just like, but it was awesome to hear, and it was like, basically, it's like, freaking persevere. And that's what we always got to do, guys. Like, when you guys have a vision, it's your vision, All right, I'll do a couple of these. Again, as above, so below. As within, so without. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. All right. All right, let's look into it. I mean, right off the bat, I'm really happy. You have the Fool as the only major arcana to come out, but it's such a beautiful energy. This really speaks to beginnings and risks. And so this is coming in as your As Within card. So it's like I feel like you're tapped into your inner child, and it's you should resonate with that. But we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse to come in at the bottom of the deck. So the Queen of Cups, it can represent a very intuitive woman. And so right now, you're definitely out of balance. I don't know whether necessarily intuitively or just emotionally or both. But the Queen of Swords, I feel that also is really speaking to, as I said, emotional imbalance or emotional upset. So something has happened here recently that has you perhaps feeling a little bit insecure even. But you could be overly sensitive at this time as well. The Queen of Cups reverse tells you to focus on your emotional well-being and treat yourselves with, love, compassion, and caring. You may be highly sensitive or an empath, always prioritizing the needs of others. But I don't know. I feel that maybe I'm picking up more so on a little bit of insecurity here. More so, at least in the energy, than being highly sensitive or empathic. But and the only reason I say that, well, that has nothing to do with that. So it could go either way, okay, with the Queen of Cups in the reverse there. But this, it's just time, guys. You're encouraged to take the time, essentially, to listen to your intuition and honor your feelings. You may have trouble expressing yourselves, and you may even often bottle up your emotions, right? Especially, well, not saying especially if you're empathic, but being empathic and bottling up your emotions, it's not a good combination, guys. It can just cause a lot of pent up energy, and so that energy needs to be let out. And so I do see that there's a way for it to be let out here with the Fool. So again, I'm really happy to see the Fool here, because he's like the shining light here in the reading. But we'll see if anything comes up as we dig into the reading. But I may pull a little bit more here. Well, I may just do it now. Let's just, why the Queen of Cups? Yeah, the Hermit in the reverse. So, second major arcana to pop out. The Hermit, guys, really speaks to, analysis and in solitude. And so maybe you guys haven't, I don't know, I'm picking up that maybe you guys just haven't had the time. I feel like I've just picked up on you guys may have kids, or I'm really picking up, I just had a flash of kids and just a busy household. Kids or not, but it's just a very busy household. It's it's hard for you perhaps to have found the time for yourself. But, the Hermit, again, major arcana, so very, very powerful message here, guys. In some sense, it's there's a little bit of antisocial, not even attitude, but antisocial energy. You guys, I feel have been kind of cooped up here. But you've become so engrossed in doing things your way that perhaps even not by, well, how was I trying to say it? Perhaps you're refusing, you may have refused good advice or help from others, unknowingly. That's what I should say. Maybe even unknowingly, you haven't been really paying mind to the help or the wisdom that others are trying to give you. But your tendency to keep people away may also be adding into the fact, that you're feeling some loneliness here in the energy. But, and yes, guys, the Hermit reverse could speak to romantic rejection, or even feeling distant from partner. And so, again, I did pull this for why the Queen of Wands. So so that's pretty clear here then, guys, for us, that the message is definitely there's something here with someone that is definitely causing some emotional unhappiness. You guys don't feel good right now. And do keep in mind that the Hermit in the reverse could suggest that you may be resistant to seeing the truth, which can lead to strained relationships or even breakups. And I feel like that's referring to maybe these people who have been trying to help you or talk to you or be there for you. Maybe you've been maybe you've put up a wall. But if that resonates with you guys, just take a look. I mean, if they were giving you sound advice, then that's the intention. That's all that matters. Now, unless they were coming from a bad place, there's no, it would just be something to take a look at if you see the truth in that. And again, it's possible you've ignored advice that you shouldn't have, and your stubbornness may be causing you to miss out on valuable insights. And I feel like that has to do with this person who's causing, maybe people are concerned about, maybe you've been, again, like reclusive and that type of thing, but maybe people are trying to check up on you and you're finding it as just kind of a hindrance and annoying. You just really want to be left alone, and that's totally understandable. But again, guys, if people are coming from a good place, I feel like that's really the main thing that matters, right? So moving on to your as above, we have the Seven of Pentacles coming in. So this is really, essentially, guys, your mindset, right? The Seven of Pentacles, it really represents long-term vision and assessment, and indicates that you guys have been cultivating your goals through hard work and determination. Now, this is also an invitation to project a long-term vision. At the same time, do remember that the best rewards come from sustained effort over time as opposed to quick wins. But I feel like it's really coming in the place of the as above, because I feel like you guys may have, feel like you've been putting in a lot of effort, right? A lot of hard work and determination, but that it's like not enough progress has been made, or you haven't reached the goal that perhaps you'd been thinking you would have reached by now. Okay, so this is the stuff that you're thinking about here, but you do understand. I mean, you're harvesting at this time. This is the energy that you're in. You're harvesting for rewards, for results, for growth. But you're working on your progress. You are persevering, and you do have patience here, guys. You are planning to the best of your ability. So just continue down that path. But let's see how that's affecting your as below. We do have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So this is where the hiccup is, guys. There's something in the mindset. And we were talking about feeling like not enough progress has been made, guys. I feel that, and that's evident here in the as so below. You're too focused somehow. Okay, this is gonna have to resonate with you on a personal level. There's some way, somehow, that you're too focused on the outcome, or you're somehow hindering your manifestations. Okay, because this is your mindset. This is what's affecting your 3D right now, your earthly experience. And right now your manifestations are like blocked, or they're just not the energy's not, how can I say this? It's like the energy is stuck within you, right? So it's not being able to be reciprocated back to you. So something in your mindset is 100% affecting your manifestations, okay? So let's take a look here with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, guys, this speaks to unhappiness. And I have to say, guys, it's, coming in at the bottom of the deck, I take this as the underlying, like the core reading or the core energy of the reading. This is what everything is sitting on right now. And you're in a period of emotional imbalance right now. And it's like I don't know if you're not really wanting to take a look at it, or you feel like you're just emotionally exhausted, but this is affecting things, guys. This is affecting things. You're working really hard, but for you to see that progress that you really want to see, like when your manifestations start kicking off and the law of attraction is, kicking off at full speed, ahead, that's, then just things are going to basically start kicking off, like really, truly. But yes, Nine of Cups in the reverse, there is definitely there's some disappointment. And so it's what you're thinking. You're disappointed that you're not where you are yet. You are unhappy because you aren't where you are yet. You feel it, perhaps a lack of fulfillment creeping in. It's like a shadow behind you or something. You feel like something's watching you, but when you turn around, nothing's there. That's just kind of what I picked up on. So, this card encourages you guys to get in touch with what truly matters and reflect on the mark that you want to make on the world. It's also a good time to think about what you can contribute to others and connect with, friends, loved ones, family. And I feel like that was almost like a clue. Focus on how you can give to others, or how, because I've been picking up messages a lot recently about, when you're of service to source, when you're of actual service to, to the creator, you're just going to live a beautiful life, right? So, you're going to have to do some work here, guys, and that's going to be something that you go within, and it calls to you. It's like you'll find your path, whether that's looking up YouTube videos, starting a book that you may have wanted to read, maybe attending a seminar by someone that you find inspirational. So anything like that. Now let's move over to the As Within. So as I said earlier, you are tapped into your inner child, and that in and of itself, guys, and you may not even think of it like that. Like, you may just be at your core a very bubbly person, just always really wanting to do things on the go, always looking for, to have fun and connect and be with friends and family. And, the Fool, again, coming in as a major arcana, this is freedom, innocence, originality, adventure, but, as well as spontaneity. And so the Fool to me is just really about beginnings even of a new journey. But it's like you enjoy your lives. You're happy to be alive. And to see the Fool in a reading generally means the beginning of a new journey, and one that's filled with optimism and freedom from the usual constraints of life. These constraints also that are keeping you right now feeling like you're just mentally exhausted and can't take time for yourself, right? But just definitely, guys, not the case. You guys got to sit with it and see what calls out to you. So, this can also be interpreted as a summons to the adventurous and daring aspects of your own personality. He instills bravery because he recognizes that every day is an opportunity to explore uncharted territories in your life. So definitely tap into that, guys, okay? Where we were saying the adventurous and daring aspects of your own personality. Like, remember who you are, you know? You're not this. Like whoever caused this or whatever is causing this now, let it go. It has nothing to do with your journey forward, okay? It has nothing to do with your journey forward. Your mindset and your soul, I take this as your mindset and your soul are in the right place. But again, you have a little bit of a kink somewhere that you need to sort out in order to, you know, bring your manifestations to fruition, to really pick up momentum and get things moving forward. But at your soul, at your core, guys, the Fool, I mean, I just can't get over, it's this just such a beautiful energy that's gonna, it just, I said earlier, shines a light on all of this. You guys are on the right path. You know, you are doing what needs to be done, so just continue to move forward in the energy. But give yourself time, be patient, and you're gonna have to shine a light on this, you know, on this emotional, you know, disconnect, you know. And so how, again, that's gonna really just look different for everyone, okay? Now, so without, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, okay? Now, this we take more as, how are other external influences affecting your 3D at this time? Okay, so I do see, you know, this may be this person, defensiveness. I see some stubbornness, rigidity, and like refusing compromise. Again, relationship failing despite putting in work. Or that perhaps it was like more so like you were putting in work and not the other person. But very important here, guys, because I was just talking about the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and you're gonna have to shine a light on whatever this is. So I feel this is a very important message. The Nine of Wands reverse signifies that you may be confining yourself with limiting beliefs, okay? Or even victim stories. So both are not going to serve your highest good. Those feelings come from the ego, not the higher self. And so it's like you may have been feeling that your life has been against you or like life is against you right now, or just things aren't going again as you know, progress is just not being made as you wanted, and you may feel like you've been dealt a bad hand. But the Nine of Wands, guys, you know, it signifies that we're closer than we think to a positive outcome. So you may feel like you're in the middle of the woods right now and cannot see the finish line. Okay, back-to-back energies, or, you know, neighboring energies here. You're as above and so without. But don't give up, guys. I mean, essentially here I said you're on the right path. It's just you know, we need to just kind of do a little bit of inner work, you know. So let's pull a final advice card. And we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I feel that maybe you really cut off communication, or maybe you've made it difficult for these friends and family members to reach you. You may have even, you know, I'm even getting that this could indicate that you blocked this person from the, you know, that had caused this Queen of Cups in the reverse. So just, you know, at this time, guys, stay focused on the tasks that are most important to you, you know, which I do see that you are doing here. Understanding as well that our attention is often diverted to the most urgent tasks while the goals dearest to our hearts get pushed to the sideline, right? Dearest to our heart. So, whatever this is, I feel like it may be more so as like a career for stability. Maybe not. Maybe you're doing something that you find truly fulfilling. But don't lose sight. You know that inner child is there, guys, and ready to go. And you feel that you're a happy person by nature, and that's because you have the energy of the Fool. You're always seeing. You really do have a positivity about you that's unmatched, and that's not to say we're not all perfect. That's why you can get into these. You may start having these lack thoughts, but we have to remember that our thoughts are not our own. And quite beautifully, I was on a Reddit forum like a day or two ago. I was on Reddit and it popped up, but something was asking about that, like basically they wanted more clarification. Like, can someone please explain how our thoughts are not our own? And the very first comment I read, which was just so simply said but so impactful, is, who is observing the thoughts? I'll leave you with that, guys. Really nice reading, and I appreciate you being here with me, and I'll see you in the next one.